Yo, what? Hold on. I remember you. This your first time back on my channel in about 3 months, ain't it? Yep. Fnaf, bro. It's been a minute, I know.
Okay, I promise this is the last one. Over the last few months, I have been slowly working my way through Five Nights at Freddy's security breach. We've made a lot of progress, seen a lot of jump scares, and mercilessly killed several sentient animatronics. No mercy! But today, we end it. Like, properly. Last time in security breach, I reached the end of the game and was mostly confused. Well, turns out that's because I had only got 1 of 6 total endings.
He did the same thing! I did the same thing. I kid you not, I played it through, got the first ending, and just stopped. I didn't know there was anything else to do. I gotta replay it.
Right when I thought I was done, I realized, oh crap.
Got to.
I'm gonna have to get all the endings, aren't I? Yeah, I knew I wouldn't feel right ending this series without tying up all the loose ends. So, until they release some kind of DLC, it's time for one last video with our favorite cast of 80s themed killer animatronics. Wait a minute. These aren't my normal crudely made Fnaf drawings. Why, these are high-quality, limited edition security breach vinyl figures by U2s. Yep, that's right. Today's video is sponsored by U2s, the people behind those really cool.
You can't even hate on it, bro. He gotta do what he gotta do. He gotta do what he gotta do. We're gonna go ahead and just skim right past it. Sorry, got to.
Breach. So let's get started with ending number 1, the one where you just leave. This one's simple. At the end of the game, when Freddy and I reach the main entrance, the game gives me the choice to leave, stay, or go after Vanny. I pick leave, and a cutscene starts. We see the player character, Gregory, running away from the Pizzaplex and eventually camping out in a cardboard box in an alley, which I guess is implying that Gregory doesn't really have a family or a home. Oh, and look, Gregory's got a newspaper with an article about the disappearances. You know, the disappearances that were never directly mentioned until the very end of the game, even though they're supposed to be a very important plot point. Yeah. Those. Nice to see them finally showing up. Good for them. But things aren't looking that good for Gregory because as he's sleeping in the alleyway, we see the silhouette of Vanny appear before things fade to black. So yeah, the kid dies, I guess. And that's the end. Needless to say, I think this might be the bad ending. So let's lighten things up a bit with ending number 2, the one with the getaway van. This one's a bit more fun. Again, we start at 6 a.m. at the Pizzaplex entrance, but this time I decide to stay and explore the place a little more. Oh, don't get me wrong, I'm still gonna leave. Just not here. Not the main entrance. Nah, this random door near the loading docks, that's the exit for me. I get to the door and I'm given the same options as last time. Leave, stay, Vanny. I say, why yes, I am more satisfied with this door than the previous one, and choose to leave. Gregory then hijacks a van and busts out of the Pizzaplex. Yes, Gregory, a child the size of an office garbage can, is driving. But, oh no, Freddy's battery is dying. Didn't think about that part, did you? But don't worry, not only does Gregory know how to drive a stick shift, but he can also jumpstart Freddy's battery using the van's jumper cables. Apparently all of Freddy's power is in his ears. I don't know. So the two make it out of the Pizzaplex, realize they forgot to do anything about Vanny or all the missing people, and are just like, sucks to suck, and speed off. This is considered a good ending, but I would argue that this is the best ending of anything. Ever. Next, ending number 3, the one we already got. Yeah, this is the ending I got last episode, so I don't want to spend too much time on it. Legit, all I had to do to unlock this ending was to explore the Phaser Blast arena a little bit and find this side room that Vanny had been using as a hideout. I didn't really do anything, just kind of looked at it. But doing that unlocks the Vanny option when you get to the main entrance. And picking that plays a cutscene where Vanny sicks a bunch of security bots on Freddy, who gets absolutely ripped to shreds. But then Gregory's just like, nah, and makes the bots turn on Vanny. We don't really see what happens, but I'm sure she escapes safely and doesn't get her internal organs violently ripped out. So yeah, Freddy dies, Vanny dies, the game never actually confirms that Gregory left the Pizzaplex, and the place is shut down for a bit. That's all, folks. It's a slightly more fulfilling bad ending, but it's still definitely a bad ending. Explains why I felt so confused last episode. So let's kick things up a notch with ending number 4, the one with the arson. Alright, so things are starting to get a bit more involved, because now we're getting to the endings that require some like completionist junk to unlock. No more just walking up to doors. Now we gotta walk up to doors with prerequisites. And honestly, I'm not 100% sure what the requirement is for this one. When I looked it up, the consensus was just collect the 6 gold plushies. So I did that. Most of them you can just find sitting around the Pizzaplex, but 2 of them took a little extra work. Oh, you need Monty's claw upgrade to get one of them. We'll get to that, trust me. And another one gets unlocked after you take pictures of these cardboard cutouts using a special camera you found in Monty Golf. All right, I took all the pictures, found the secret room, room and grab the last gold plushie. Let's call Freddy and get out of here. What is happening? Oh no.
Yo.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh no. This is legitimately the worst I've ever seen.
This is how it was, bro. If you had to play Security Breach on console, bro, on PS4, the game was just like glitchy. Like, bro, I was having to skip around. I might do another playthrough on PC. The first time I couldn't play it through because it was just a lot going on. But I might get it on my PC and play it through. Depends. If we get 50 likes on this video minimum, I'll do that. Definitely.
I kind of don't want to leave. This is fun. Yeah, so after I got Freddy to stop shifting through dimensions, I grabbed my gold plushies, dashed to this fire escape, and tried to instigate the ending, but nothing happened. Like, absolutely nothing. An emergency Google search led to the realization that even though I had the gold plushies, I needed to have just collected more junk in general. So I ran around, opened some boxes, tried again, and sure enough, it worked. Did I actually need the gold plushies? I have no idea. Either way, we're leaving. But Freddy hangs back and decides to dabble in a little bit of, you know, arson. Seriously, he flicks on a lighter built into his finger. How'd that one get past health and safety? And sets the Pizzaplex ablaze. Our heroes then escape to the roof only to find Vanny. Oh my god. Yeah, Freddy straight up tackles Vanny, knocking them both right off the roof. Gregory then runs down, unmasks Vanny, and discovers that she is, in fact, Vanessa. Not sure why he's so confused by that. I thought he knew. Well, yeah. Wasn't that kind of the point? But actually, Gregory might be onto something, because immediately after that, we cut back to the roof of the Pizzaplex, which is still very much on fire, by the way.
Boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way. Who is that? Who is that? I gotta replay it, bro. I gotta replay it. I miss so much.
Where we see the actual Vanessa, security guard outfit and everything, trapped on the roof. Yeah, that really throws a wrench into this whole thing. So are Vanny and Vanessa the same person? How is she two places at once? Is this Vanessa? Does any of this mean anything? Ugh, let me tell you, it's a good thing it's not my job to decipher what any of this means. But that's the ending, and speaking of Vanny, let's move on to ending number 5, the one that's the good one. This is actually kind of a weird one. To unlock this ending, the main thing I gotta do is find and beat 3 Princess Quest arcade games spread throughout the Pizzaplex. So these are weird, cryptic minigames that play like the old top-down Zeldas. Side note, is this like a thing? Like, this definitely isn't the first game I've seen with these very specific dungeon crawler minigames. I don't know. Just a weird thing that I noticed. Anyway, the first thing I gotta do is actually find the games. Funnily enough, Princess Quest 1 actually took the most time to find. After exploring for a while and checking a walkthrough, I finally found the arcade cabinet in the famous Glamrock Beauty Parlor.
Oh, yeah, I think I came there.
An area of the game I'm convinced only exists to house this minigame. The second cabinet is in the back room of the West Arcade, and the final cabinet is inside Vanny's hideout room. Which means in order to play it, I had to instigate the Vanny ending, and instead of turning the bots on Vanny, I just sit around and play a video game while my best friend gets ripped to shreds. Now, in terms of the actual contents of these games, I'm no theorist here, but they appear to be some kind of exploration of Vanessa's mind. I mean, in game 1, you see this princess character confront an evil, glitching purple rabbit. That's pretty cut and dried. Seems like Glitch Trap to me. Oh, which reminds me, if you're not up to speed, Vanny is under the control of Glitch Trap, a digital manifestation of William Afton, aka the purple guy's evil consciousness. I figured I should get that out there just in case. By Princess Quest 3, we wind up exploring an actual Freddy Fazbear location and find this giant locked door backstage. Kinda like the door you see Glitch Trap through in Fnaf VR. One quick swipe opens it up, and bam! That's the end. We get a cutscene of all the security bots shutting down, with Vanny's mask laying on the floor. Gregory salvages Freddy's severed head from his mangled remains, and they both meet Vanessa outside the Pizzaplex, now free of the control Glitch Trap had over her. They then escape and relax on this hillside eating ice cream, which is nice. Confusing, but nice. And that's the good ending. But it's not. Ending number 6, the real one. The true canon ending of Security Breach.
Right.
Yeah, I think. And it's actually one of the simpler ones to get, in theory. All you gotta do is beat all 3 animatronics, Roxy, Monty, and Chica. Doing so will get you access to this random elevator underneath Roxy Raceway. But just getting to that point was not easy for me, because once you get to the main entrance at 6 AM, the game's basically over, and anything you do afterwards is treated as the post-game, which for some reason doesn't allow you to save. And guess who didn't know this, didn't do the Monty path ahead of time, and now has to do the whole thing with no saves. Yeah, me. Well, kinda. A recent update did address the save issue. Now instead of no save states, we got one. Just the one. Sitting in the atrium. And it's actually not helpful here. See, to reach Monty's boss fight, you gotta solve one of the biggest puzzles in the game, Mazercise. A big maze that you can rearrange in a million different ways. But only one path is gonna lead you to the conveniently open air vent that leads to the Monty fight. And this maze will be the death of me. I was stuck on this thing for hours. And after finally figuring it out and looking up a walkthrough, I left to save the game so I'd never have to do it again, and the maze resets when you leave the room. Steel Wool, is everything okay? Are you mad at me?
Wow.
Fine. Resolve the maze, crawl through the vent, smash Monty over the head with a giant bucket, steal his hands for profit, and boom. At long last, Freddy is now fully upgraded and can reach the elevator under the pizzeria, which leads to the game's final area. Huh. Another pizzeria. Oh, dude, is this the Fnaf 6 pizzeria? I think it is. So, not only is the Pizzaplex the size of a small country, but it's also built on top of a much older pizzeria that somehow got completely buried underground. That's kind of impressive, actually. Oh, wait, if this is the Fnaf 6 place, then I bet if we go down here, we're gonna find... Yeah, that's a big old blob of burned up animatronics. That definitely checks out with this being the place from Fnaf 6, since all the animatronics in that game got incinerated along with William Afton, wait, if the animatronics are here, then that means... Oh boy. That's right, the final boss of Security Breach has emerged. And of course, it's the immortal purple bunny man himself, William Afton, aka Springtrap. Or Burnt Trap, as he's known in this game. But we've done it. We've reached the final fight. Burnt Trap's attempting to possess Freddy, and we gotta use these buttons around the room to set him on fire and stop him. Even though we know this guy's been burned to death before, a few times actually, and it's never really worked out that badly for him. But of course, we've also gotta avoid Roxy, Monty, Chica, and the blobs. Very uncomfortable tentacles. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not sure how to beat this fight legitimately. Like, yeah, I know the basics, but in most of the Let's Plays I've seen, this is one of the most bugged out parts of the entire game. And it definitely didn't seem any different for me. I can handle Chica and Monty fine, just shut the doors and they'll leave you alone. But Freddy's like,
the doors won't stop Roxy, hide!
And since the room's basically empty, naturally, I hop inside of Freddy's gross chest, which is a sentence I shouldn't be as desensitized to as I am. But every time I did, I was auto-ejected as Freddy's battery would randomly jump from full to empty in 5 seconds and he'd run off to a charging station. I didn't know I could get rejected by Freddy Fazbear. Plus, I think Roxy glitched out because she just never left, just aimlessly running around the room non-stop, making it impossible to get around. I legit couldn't figure out what I was doing wrong. But glitchy or not, if you do manage to get through the fight, the blob snatches up William Afton, giving Freddy and Gregory plenty of time to escape the now very much on fire pizzeria. I wonder how that happened. The two get out unscathed, relax on the same hill from the previous ending. I realize this is the first time Gregory has actually appeared fully rendered and animated on screen throughout the entire game, and that, finally, is the end of Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach.
Dang.
Weird game!
Okay. That was a lot of information that I didn't know about. Not gonna lie. If you're new, drop a like. So much information, bro. If you're new, don't be too scared to hit that subscribe button. If you like the video, drop a like, and I'm telling you, minimum 50, bro. I will honestly replay the game. Well, I'm gonna have to, like, it's going to have to be a whole new playthrough. Like, the first playthrough was like buggy, glitchy, so it's like there was a lot of like skipping parts that just weren't in there. But what I think I could do is get it on my PC now that I know I can run it, and do a full new playthrough, do the things that we missed and that we didn't get to. So minimum 50 likes. So that means you if you watching this right now, you better hit the like button. Appreciate you guys, truly, every single one of you. Really trying to get back into FNAF. I know a lot of my community is revolving around that. You guys really love it. I love it too. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.